Hi there. So we've now arrived at Mistakes Managers Make, number 7, in this incredibly valuable series of mistakes that managers make. Or we could also call them lessons learned. Now, these mistakes can save you so much time and effort and energy if you learn from them up front. And then you get it right from the word go. So this time round, we're headed off to Minneapolis to meet LeAnne. Let's go and chat to her. Okay, everybody. So excited today because last we went to Greece and today we're headed off to Minneapolis. So how exciting is that? I'm desperate to go there so that I'm hoping, LeAnne, that next year when I go to our spa, because I have to go, and I also belong to an organization called WPO, Women President Organization, and we have our annual conference in the US. So maybe I'm lucky enough to be able to make a turn and come and meet you in person, because that would be amazing.
We would love to have you.
Oh, I'd love it. I would love it. So let's see, maybe I'll make it happen. I managed to make it to Greece to meet our last spa manager in person. Can you believe it?
That's amazing.
I know. So everyone, we're in our series of the biggest mistakes managers and directors make in our industry. And some of them don't like for us to refer to it as mistakes. They want us to talk about it as lessons learned. So it's either mistakes made or lessons learned. And we're off to chat to LeAnne Latham, who is the spa director of the Four Seasons Group in Minneapolis. So LeAnne, before you tell us the mistake, I think maybe tell us a little bit about yourself and your property and how many staff you have and all of that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I really appreciate it. Yes, so we are in Minneapolis, Minnesota, so kind of the Midwest of the United States. My background, real brief, is I've been in the industry for over 18 years, traveled around the globe, spent some time in New Zealand and Hawaii and California and the OC, and then coming home back to the Midwest. So for me, this project is super special. Grand opening, pre-opening, and building the concept from scratch. My team currently, we're 65 days into our grand opening of the new Four Seasons Minneapolis. I have about 20 staff members currently, and so we're on that ramp phase. So just building a new team, a new operation in a brand new city. So lots of new.
And that's quite something, 20 on your team and from concept up. So that's quite massive. You must have some wonderful insights to share with us. Okay, so let's dive right in, and you can tell us over the 18 years that you've been in our industry, and I'm sure it's going to come to your mind very quickly, what was the biggest mistake that you feel that you made as a manager or director?
Absolutely. I think upon reflection, being now what I would consider a veteran in the industry, I look back at my biggest mistake and opportunity is really trying to do everything all the time, all by myself. That control freak that's like, don't show anybody vulnerability. Being a female in a leadership role has another layer of that element. And I think what I've really, really, truly learned is my vulnerabilities are my best strength. And surrounding myself with a team of individuals who can offset that weakness and being able to really open myself up, being able to show, what, I don't know, I'm not sure. What's your thought process in it, and not faking it to make it, if you will, or reaching out above or beyond, and asking those questions and being open to learning has made me 10 times stronger than I was faking it.
I love it. Okay, so would you say that delegation fears was a part of that? Because you mentioned the word vulnerability, but I mean,
100%. I would say 100%. Not having that, ability from being a younger leader to be able to say, what, you do this and I trust you to do it. Make or break, win or lose. If you fail, you fail, and we'll work through it together. And trying to just consume all of it myself from a perfectionist point of view. So absolutely.
So there's two things I want to chat into that. The first one is in our program that we run with our community of about 100 members in 19 countries at this stage. One of the very first things that our members do is they complete a questionnaire, and it's a self-reflection questionnaire. And it is so funny that you've mentioned this delegation vulnerability thing, because you won't believe that 90% of our members have put delegation challenges, failure to delegate. I want to get everything done myself because I feel I can get it done better. And it really is a challenge in our industry. And again, funny that you say that, because I was on a call 2 days ago, a coaching call, and that spa manager, in fact, she's the owner of her business, said to me, you know, Marisa, if I don't do it, it doesn't get done. So don't ask me to delegate, because we were having a delegation session. So speaking into that, I want to ask you, have you got it right?
Honestly, I think, getting it right is always an evolving thing. I think for me right now, I feel very comfortable with the coaching strategies that I've learned from my mentors, really asking the rhetorical question or the rebound of, asking them, what would you do? I know what I would do. I have it concreted in my mind, and I know what I want them to answer with. But I think leading them to the water and helping them coach to those right answers just makes my team so much stronger. To be able for me to walk away on a Friday afternoon and know that they know how I think, they know what I would say, but I empower them to make those decisions. And right or wrong, they come to me, they debrief, and we coach through it. I would have done it this way. However, I respect the fact that you chose this way. Maybe next time look at it a little bit different from a business perspective, so that they can learn and coach through those moments of opportunity, whether it's guest facing or from a purchase perspective, understanding the business. All of those are opportunities.
I love it. And I must say that I loved something when you and I were connecting, when I said to you, can we chat on Saturdays? Because believe it or not, most of my spa managers or directors that I have been doing these interviews with have asked me to do it on a Saturday, because I like to also spend time with my family. And I was so proud of your answer. I really was. I thought, wow, okay, here's somebody who must have their business fully under control, that she's quite comfortable to walk away on a weekend. So well done. I think that's quite amazing.
And honestly, that's all due to the extraordinary staff that I have, my peace of mind, the comfort that we stay connected. I know what's going on, but I absolutely entrust in them completely.
But so you say your team, but it definitely comes from the top, because if they didn't get that trust from you and they didn't get that confidence that you have in showing vulnerability and ability to delegate, well, you couldn't walk away on a weekend, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, LeAnne, what I'd like to ask, please, if you are willing, is two things. Sure. The first thing I'd like to ask is, could we follow this interview up with a little top tips for delegation from you, or an SOP on delegation? It's up to you. Anything like that?
Absolutely. I would love to.
Okay. And then a second one I'm going to throw in here that we didn't chat about is, and you don't have to do it now, and it's only if you're comfortable to do it, but we have 2 online coaching sessions a month where we invite professional leaders from around the world to coach our audience. Do you think that you'd be willing to do something? Because you sound like you've got it pretty wrapped up. I can give you a little bit of guidance as to the audience so that you know how to pitch your presentation. But do you think that you could address us all and help us all out with this?
It would be my pleasure.
Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so I'll give you some dates. I think October is our next opening, but it's great because it gives you time to plan. And then you and I will chat, and we will release your top tips for delegation the week following the interview.
Fantastic. I would absolutely love to speak to everybody and make new friends.
Yes, please. Well, that's what this is all about, right? Connecting us all around the world. Okay, so LeAnne, I just want to say I know you're super busy, and thank you so much for taking the time to chat to me and to chat to our community, and for also being so open about your mistake.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. It's been a pure pleasure. We wish you all well from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I look forward to many more conversations.
Divine. Okay, LeAnne, thanks so much. We'll chat soon. See you.